7 little Invernite squirrels.
Ooh.
I'll get.
Okay. We're gonna get the players first, so you'll be finding out things. Where's the frog? Where's the frog? What? There's a frog?
Oh my god. Hello, we are back for the blue game. This is Alicia, even though you can't see me, and there's host Kelsey trying to gather up a frog that we have just found. We are bringing in the blue game players now, so let's go say hello. I'm gonna come out to meet them. This rain is starting up. It is just as dark out here as it was at the last tribal council, so, you know, here we are. All right, we've got Brandon lighting the way for all of our players. So we have Caitlin, Mel, Andy, Ethan. I can't see who's behind Ethan. That's Anthony, Joe, Gina, and Francis, Joelle.
If you are a player, you
Casey,
will line up along the back. If
Veronica,
you will line up by the bird cage.
John, Louie, Connor, and that is all. So we have the entire blue game that has now gathered, and they are getting all situated together.
Okay. So right now we are going to determine who has a vote to be able to vote for which ghost to re-enter the game. How are we going to do that is one by one you will come up to this table and you're going to pick a box. But this is a very important part. You're not going to pick up the box or touch the base of the box at all. All you'll be doing is pinching this little ball on top of the lid and taking the lid off. Once you touch a box, that is your box. So make sure that it feels right in your heart. Because once you touch it, no big boxes. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Okay, if the box is empty, that means you do not get a vote and you will just be ushered right outside of tribal council. You will be able to watch, but you will have no say in the matter and you will not be able to communicate to the people that you have a vote. If you open it and it has a blue light, that means you do get a vote and you get to take a seat at one of these 7 stools, as there will be 7 people that have a say in the vote. Are there any questions? Alright, we are going to start from this side. So Connor, you are
Pick of the litter.
Connor has a blue flame, so that means you have a vote. We are just going to leave it out. That way we know it's taken. You can have a seat, Connor. So that's one of the 7 votes. Louie? And just to repeat, after you take the lid off, just put it to the side. That way we know that box has already been claimed. Louie also gets a blue flame. Louie, you can have a seat. John taking a moment to see what feels right. He's gone for the same box twice but hasn't touched it yet. And he finally makes contact. John's box is empty. If you can please just step right outside and remember no talking during the voting process. Casey, you can come on up. Casey's taken some time to think and to digest his decision. Rain's starting to come down, and Casey touches, and Casey has a blue flame. That means he gets a vote. You can take a seat at one of the schools. Francis? So there's 7 more blue flames left, 7 more votes left. And Francis's is empty. Francis, if you can just exit tribal council and remain quiet for the rest of the time. Gina? and Gina gets a blue flame. You can have a seat. Gina has a vote. Anthony? Oh, confident. He knew from the get-go.
Confidently wrong.
Confidently wrong. No vote for Anthony. Joe, you are next.
Yes, Hannah, that is correct.
Joe looking confused. I'm not sure what there is to be confused about. Joe gets a blue flame. Joe, you have a vote. You can take a seat. Just 2 votes left. Ethan? Ethan gets an empty box. Ethan, if you can step outside of tribal council and remain silent. So there's 2 boxes left, which kind of ruins the surprise. Caitlin gets a vote, and Mel, 1 box left for ceremonial purposes. And Mel has a vote. Down to the very last one. Okay, Mel, you can take a seat. Okay, so now we are going to give our 3 ghosts over here a brief statement to be able to give your pitch of why you think it should be you who they should vote back into the game. So I have any volunteers go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah. First I want to say this has just been amazing just being out here with everybody, meeting everyone, having this experience. I feel really grateful for it. To share this with my brother, it's incredible that we've been able to do this together. I would really love to stay in this game and play.
So guys, I've been with you all day, as a ghost mostly, but I just want to say like I am really honored to have this opportunity to play this great game that we all love, and I just want to say that from the moment I became a ghost, I made sure that I was constantly playing the game. You know, the other 2 ghosts left because they did not want to do that, and so I feel like I've honored the game that was made by the production behind me to keep playing. So nothing personal. If I said anything that hurt anybody's feelings or that. And I will say that like if you keep me, I can be good for your game. Oh my god! Oh my face. I can be really good for your game going forward, and I'm very malleable. But I'll leave that up to you.
Okay, I tried to fix the sound just now, so I hope you guys can hear.
You let me know?
I don't know. You can just go ahead and go.
Okay. Can barely see any of you now because you're in the dark. And we but I want to thank you all. This has been great, and I would love to have the opportunity to get to know you more. Thank you. Oh, I could vote for me. Thank you.
Voters, I don't know what else to call you. Just give you a little bit of time to deliberate amongst yourselves if you would like to, while Brandon takes the voting table back to the area.
All right, so yeah, it's raining out here again, and I don't have an umbrella, so unfortunately the mic is probably muffled because it's wet. So I am very sorry about that, but there is unfortunately not a lot I can do. I am talking closer to you right now. Is that any better?
Maybe you already have that we have Joe, Caitlin, and Louie together from Philosophy and Connor.
I'm gonna come to your other side near the speaker because they can't hear because of the rain, because it's wet in my speaker. Sorry.
Worth noting, we have Joe, Caitlin, and Louie together from Philosophy, and then we have Connor, Gina, Casey, and Mel together
that stays put in their vote, or if they come together for a mutual opposition. Okay, awesome. Kelsey, thank you so much for adding color to that, and thank you guys for giving me the sound feedback. I am so thrilled that y'all can hear. So let's just try and listen in.
I'm watching Survivor, doing a birthday party, drunken birthday party for Survivor, or I'm out in the rain playing Survivor like crazy. And one of the hardest things about that is my family. I felt, I know this isn't true, but the way it feels, that my family cares about my dream. I'm so 7 years old. They don't just write it off. They tell me that I need to go to college and get a degree and wife and kids, but I don't think that, like, I want to turn these life games into something bigger. I want them to be, I want the world to know about all of these games. It's not an exaggeration to say that this is like my life. And this game is the first time anyone in my family has ever stepped into this world. It's the first time that I've ever felt like one of them has actually stepped out and supported me other than maybe watching an episode. Like once every couple months. I know we all want our like it's important to all of us, but if you could vote for Veronica and just allow, I've been desperate. I've been so desperate to just get to play on the same team as her, even if we don't make it much farther. I came out here and I've been saying like nonstop, just preparing for all of this. I've been saying, I don't even care if I win. Like that's only goal is that Veronica has a good go back and tell the rest of my family about this experience. So the rest of them will start supporting me for the first freaking life. And the fact that she is out here, she's sitting in the rain and she doesn't even care about it. It feels like the first time in my life that one of my family members has gone out of their way out of their way to support the thing that I want the most in my life. And if you could just please give me one round with her. I'm not saying like we'll figure all the other stuff out afterwards, but if you could just give me one round with her, I would be not only grateful in this game, but literally grateful in the 30 years of my entire life. And that's all I can say. No matter what happens, I'll say
We let it talk.
Just a little bit longer. Maybe.
I mean, for me, I think that, like what you said, for that game. So it's going to be, I'm probably going to vote for 8. I don't know.
Don't feel pressure, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate both of your pictures, and Casey, that was really heartfelt, so I appreciate you sharing that. It's a tough decision because, like, we've all voted these people out already, so it's like, I don't want you for your family member that it, means anything specific, so I just want to say that.
Okay. I think I've given you guys a little bit more time than even wanted me to, so if somebody feels confident in their vote, can we please go to vote? Just one person who, Mel, go for it, thank you. If you guys
So, we're just going to step out of tribal council. I'm really sorry about the sound. It's raining, and so water has gotten into my speaker. And we're about to be super dark too, so y'all are about to not see me and not hear me, I guess. So sorry about that. But in the middle of the Vote Back Ghost twist, and as we saw, there were only 7 players in the entire Blue game eligible to vote a loved one back in. When we got over there, we were able to hear a very impassioned plea from Casey asking the rest of the group to vote back in his sister Veronica. I know a lot of us were getting pretty emotional hearing that. I'm sure people at home, you know, really connected too, because I think a lot of people that are tuning in are big Survivor fans and just understand how much it means and how much it would mean to share with a family member. Obviously, everyone has their own reasons for voting the way that they're going to vote. And it sounded like potentially in spite of that really impassioned and beautiful plea to his fellow Blue game people, Veronica might not, be the one coming back in, but we will see, with Caitlin wanting to vote back in Andy. So, of course, the 3 players that are eligible to come back in for the Blue game are Veronica, Joelle, and Andy. And to kind of recap, Joelle was voted out first this morning, so he has had all day to kind of be with the Blue game and be encouraging them. I am told that he was, hugging, his tribe mates after their victories and hugging them after their losses and just continuing to be that super encouraging and supportive presence that we have, that we got to see all day yesterday. Really, an incredible person who was keeping up the vibes and, just staying positive in spite of some of their pretty upsetting losses. And then we have Andy, who her whole tribe was pretty much in tears over having to vote her out. Everyone had the kindest things to say about her. It was the most, positively emotionally charged vote out that we had pretty much seen. And so I know that, that whole tribe was really, really a fan of hers, and I'm sure would love to see her back. And of course, we heard Caitlin will at least be voting her back. And then Veronica, unfortunately, at a bit of a disadvantage in that she was just voted out this last tribal, so she really hasn't had a ton of time to, show... Oh my god, I'm sorry, bugs are attacking me. She really hasn't had a chance to show the tribe, that, hey, no hard feelings, which I think typically ghosts might want to be doing. And so the other 2 have just really had a time advantage over her to kind of do this campaign of please vote me back in, whereas Veronica really hasn't had the time to do that. Although as we saw, Casey, her brother, was kind of doing that, on her behalf. So we're going to head back over to the tribal council area. Because I can't really see anything, I don't know how many votes we have left, but we're just going to head back in. Yeah. Let's see. So, we'll just come over here and check out the players who are not eligible to vote. They can only just look on, as the others take their time voting one by one. So we've got John, Ethan, Francis, and Anthony, none of whom can vote, but all of whom I have just blinded with my light. So, all right. Looks like we're making our way through the voting process. Oh, good. I'm so thrilled my mic is really good right now. I'm holding my hand over the speaker, and I'm about 1.5 inches away from it. So we're getting things done. We're solving problems. Thank you so much for your feedback. Yes, Crystal, this is the Blue Team Ghost Coming Back thing. We are just awaiting the results. There are 7 players that are currently casting their vote for either Anthony, Joelle, or Veronica. And as soon as they are done voting, we will find out who will be coming back into the game. So, just hang tight. I know y'all can't see much, but you know, we're just gonna stick it out. And we have how many people left to vote?
3 more.
3 more. Okay, we've got a while. All right. Ooh, the rain is coming down. I think I'm gonna join someone under an umbrella for a second. What's up, Patrick? All right, so there we go. Okay. Is that good? Are you good?
I'm fine.
Did I just take it over?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, cool. All right, so Louis now going out to vote next. Yes, for those just joining, the way that the 7 voters were determined were there were 11 shadow boxes, and each player in the entire blue game picked a shadow box and lifted up the lid, and if they had a blue light, they were able to then rejoin the tribal council area because that secured their vote for this, and if they got an empty box, they were asked to leave tribal council. They are standing aside as we just checked in with them, and they can only await the results of the vote, but they cannot influence it at this time. So, pretty intense. I know it's got to be hard to kind of have that out of your hands, although I guess that is Survivor. A lot of stuff is out of your hands when you're voting. Carrie, yes, I definitely have water in my mic. It has been raining out here all day, and it's raining kind of hard again right now, so, yeah. Oh, so excellent question. Avita asking why we are only voting for 1 of 3 players when 5 were voted out of the blue game. Emma and Logan were also voted out of the blue game, but they elected to stop being ghosts and go ahead and leave the game, which meant they were not eligible to be voted back in. You know, it's like pretty brutal rain conditions out here, so, you know, it is hard to kind of wait around all day for just a possible chance at coming back. So special shout out to Andy, Joelle, and Veronica for doing just that, sticking it out, having no idea if it would be all for naught or if they would get a chance to go back in the game. So we really appreciate and love seeing that dedication and that passion for wanting to return. Of course, all these players playing for different charities, so I'm sure all 3 are eager to get back in the game in the hopes of raising the most money for their charity that they're playing for as well. That is always a pretty motivating factor for these players as they play our events. I gotta say, this umbrella is really a game changer.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Thank you, Patrick.
Any way to be helpful.
Patrick is the best. I will have you know, I have not had anyone hold an umbrella for me all day, but, you know, it's now nighttime and things are different.
Sometimes it's the little things. That
It
mean
sure
a lot.
is. All right, looks like we might be down to our last voter. Kelsey, is that true? All right, great. So we will not be in suspense for too much longer. The very last person is casting their vote. And soon we will know who will be coming back into the blue game, relinquishing their ghosthood and coming back to full-fledged real person / player in the game. So very exciting. Yeah. All right. And shout out to our incredible viewers. I would just like to thank all of you for both asking questions and then answering each other's questions. I love that y'all are interacting. It makes me very happy. So thank you so much. All right, and with that, Kelsey is off to the voting booth yet again. But this time to bring someone back into the game instead of having them be voted out. So a much happier occasion for someone. I am excited to see who it is, and I'm sure all of you are too. just waiting a little bit longer, and we will have this vote result shortly. Yes, it is. Rain is the theme of the day today. As I very cheesily said earlier, this rain was putting the water in blood versus water. Because I couldn't help it. I love a pun. Carrie, I think some of the players left last night, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know, I wasn't here. All right, looks like our host Kelsey is carefully making her way back to the tribal council. This is a little bit of a hazardous area now because of all the mud in the dark, but here we go.
Okay, so I will read the vote. Remember, Joelle, Andy, and Veronica, you would like to see your name in the decision because a vote with your name on it means one step closer to getting back into the game. First vote, Veronica. Second vote, Andy. One vote Veronica, one vote Andy. Third vote, Sid. Veronica. Two votes Veronica, one vote Andy. Andy. That's two votes Veronica, two votes Andy. Andy. Three votes Andy, two votes Veronica. Mom. Andy, that's enough. Andy will be rejoining the game. Congratulations.
All right.
Well, Veronica, if you want to say your final goodbye. Good luck, Andy.
No more votes from now on, okay? No more votes.
Yeah, if you guys want to get up and give them their final goodbyes, this will be the last time that you're able to interact with Joelle and Veronica.
All right, so Joelle and Veronica now officially eliminated from the game to haunt it no more. Andy just voted back in, so she will be rejoining the game shortly. Hugs all around.
I had to make right.
All right, we are just in the middle of all the players saying their goodbyes to Joelle and Veronica. All right, so with that, blue game is heading out. So that red game can come back in. Alright, sorry. Let's just check in to see what is next for the blue game. Is Brandon done? Oh, maybe Brandon's the vote. Alright. We're just gonna take a little journey in this direction to check in with players. All of our pre-jury members have been invited to stay on site. We have tents for them if they would like to hang out and camp out, but they will pretty much just, if they so choose, they are welcome to join like the volunteers and just watch the games. Typically the voted out players are allowed to play with the puzzles and try some challenges after the players still in the game are able to, so that's always a lot of fun. Just want to let you know that you should keep it locked here because in a few minutes after Red does their little goes to vote back, we are going to have one last little surprise element of the game before we end for the night. I know we've gone super late, but we so appreciate you tuning in. And so we will see you shortly for a special announcement just as soon as Red does the same and gets their ghost back in the game. So thank you so much for being with us. We will see you a little later.